It's 7:35, so I think we can start. Is that sufficiently late?
Yes.
Okay. Welcome to the UAH Readers Theater and Charger Theater Club presentation of Loose Ends by Marilyn Coffey, which is me. Thank you so much for coming tonight. I know there are lots of events on campus and in town, so I'm pleased you chose this one. And we'd like to thank David Harwell and Alpha Psi Omega, the Theater Honor Society, for their support. I wrote this play some years ago in a workshop with Tom McClellan, a currently local playwright, actor, teacher, singer-songwriter who had just returned to Huntsville from the Boston drama scene. I've always been fond of the characters I created, so I'm very pleased to bring them back to life. I couldn't have found a better cast to embody these odd but perfectly human beings. And by the way, Tom is here. Hi, Tom. Let me introduce them. We have Gina Rawdon as Louise, the divorcee. Dominic Desta as Justin, the kid downstairs. Michelle Packard as Joyce, Louise's sister, who is expecting a baby. Not Michelle, but the character. Nick Woolburn as Ed, Joyce's husband and Louise's brother-in-law. Tracy Peterson as Craig, the eligible bachelor pharmacist. And Kelsey Matthews as Nancy, the girlfriend. With Marcos Adam David Stearns narrating. Whee! So please silence your cell phones, if you would. And the reading will be about an hour long. So I hope you enjoy it.
It's a Saturday afternoon in spring, in an apartment building near Boston. It's a few years ago, or maybe 30, but not yet history. Louise, newly divorced, is moving into an apartment with the help of her sister Joyce and brother-in-law Ed. There are boxes scattered about. The furniture is not yet arranged. A tacky clown painting is leaning against the couch. Louise is in tight jeans and wedge sandals, a t-shirt that says something obnoxious. She's carrying 2 or 3 dresses and a plastic water-filled bag with a live goldfish in the other. Joyce comes shuffling in after Louise, carrying a large cardboard box with things sticking out of it. A peacock feather, large blusher brushes, a curling iron, and an American flag. Joyce is pregnant, in a sleeveless dress with a t-shirt underneath, and running shoes. Louise stops to look around.
What a dump.
Where does this go, Louise?
My unique collection of feminine adornments in the bedroom. Here, take these in there too.
Louise?
Joyce plods into the bedroom and goes to the fishbowl with her new fish.
It's time to turn you loose, fishy, into the big bowl of life.
Louise pours the fish into the bowl. Ed enters with a tree trunk table and plunks it down loudly.
Ugh, that thing weighs more than I do.
Quiet, Ed. Fishy is going through a traumatic change.
It's hard to move furniture without making noise, Louise. But that was the last of it. Thank you so much for letting me help. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll be getting back to the office.
Don't leave me alone with her, Ed, please.
Honey, I told you. I have to create the illusion that I'm working weekends. We've talked about this before.
Can't I go to the office with you?
Oh, it wouldn't look professional.
But she's been so mean lately.
She's your sister, and she's under stress. Try to be supportive.
But Ed, I'm under stress too.
But you have me. She hasn't got anyone now.
Do fish need foliage? I forgot to get underwater foliage.
Water's the most important thing, Louise. For fish in a bowl, anything else is gravy.
Ed kisses Joyce and leaves.
Ed, bye, sweetie. Joyce, you are so dependent.
I am not. Ed and I are interdependent.
You and Ed are just plain silly.
Louise, we did move all your stuff. With me in my condition.
I forgot about your condition. A lot has been going on with me. Getting divorced is very time-consuming.
I can't believe that you would forget this. You'll be his aunt.
Aunt Louise. Yuck. Sounds prim and proper and sexless.
How about crazy Aunt Louise? Is that any better? I'm sorry. Hey, shouldn't you put more water in that fishbowl? It looks kind of low.
Oh, it's a low-water fish, Joyce. Look at this place. After 7 years, this is what I get. Yard sale pickings. Danny's college furniture straight out of the basement. Leftovers from our first apartment. He's punishing me. He thinks I screwed him over. But I wasn't doing anything I hadn't done before. Why all of a sudden did he decide to notice?
He looked so sad today, Louise, don't you think? I mean, pretending to be working, looking at you out of the corner of his eye, he still loves you.
That's romantic crap. He was watching me to make sure I didn't take anything he didn't want me to take. He wasn't even supposed to be there.
You could have helped him with the new company, working together at home every day.
Mail order decorating? I don't think so. But I did find this little masterpiece from his inventory to remind me why I don't miss him.
At least he was trying. But you just kept on doing exactly what you wanted.
Is that so bad? It's not my fault you're so busy doing the right thing all the time. You don't even know what you want.
I just want you to have a normal life. What's wrong with being normal?
No. Is that what it's called?
You think I'm boring.
I don't really think about you at all.
You don't?
I think about myself, mostly. Isn't that what everyone does?
Not if they're married. Then they have to think together. And I think about you, Louise. You're my sister, and I care about you.
Joyce, lay off those family advice books. You're scaring me.
Aren't you going to be lonely here? You've never lived alone before. There's always been somebody.
Well, yeah, if you count the 1, 2, 3 boyfriends I lived with before Danny, and the Chinese couple I rented a room from before that, and that summer as a camp counselor before I got fired for smoking pot. But now I am looking forward to some real privacy. For once in my life, I'll be able to focus on my own needs with no one to distract me. What the hell is that? The landlord said this was a quiet neighborhood.
Louise leans out the window.
Hey, quit revving that thing. Other people are trying to live here.
Sorry, I always park here. I didn't know anyone had moved in upstairs.
Well, I have, so just behave.
Yes, ma'am.
He called me ma'am. What do you think he meant by that? That's worse than aunt. I'm not the yes ma'am type, am I? Did he think he was some kind of authority figure? Oh, that was not a good start.
Start of what?
Neighborly relations. First impressions are very important, Joyce. What did he see? Oh, God, my hair. He saw it like this and hardly any makeup. Damn.
Who is he anyway? He's just some guy with a motorcycle.
He was hot, Joyce. Definitely very attractive. Really built, leather jacket, jeans, kind of a hip biker thing. He had sunglasses on. I wonder what color his eyes are. And he lives right here, apparently.
I see. Someone to fantasize about.
I don't fantasize. I specialize in making everything come true. I can be very seductive when I want to be.
But weren't you just saying you wanted privacy?
Oh, maybe. Not all the time. Last weekend, Joyce, right after Danny kicked me out, I went to a bar, to think about my situation, but then I saw this really sweet guy with a long, dark ponytail, like a hero from one of those stupid romantic novels, and I went up to him and looked him right in his big brown eyes and said, "You are adorable." And we danced a little, and then we went to my car.
Stop! I don't want any details.
I didn't even know his name. It was very therapeutic.
Are you trying to impress me? Don't you think Ed and I had our fun too? But we didn't stop at the fun part. We kept on going.
Into the land of happily ever aftershock.
I really have to go. You're making me tired. I feel faint.
I thought you were going to wait for Ed to pick you up.
I'll get a cab or take the bus. I have to go now. Please, let me.
Hey, I just thought of something. What if I have a little dinner party really soon to thank you and Ed for helping me move? A Sunday. Can you come Sunday about 6 o'clock?
Louise, are you sure it isn't too soon to have company? Don't you want to settle in first?
It won't be any trouble. I just want to celebrate you and Ed for being here for me, as they say. And Joyce, I do appreciate your hard work today.
They hug perfunctorily. Joyce starts downstairs.
Oh, even though you didn't move much.
I'm already carrying your nephew around all the time. I don't think you appreciate that.
Oh, lighten up, Joyce.
Louise encounters a mirror propped on the table. She undoes her hair and shakes her head and tries to rearrange it. Then she looks at her new fish.
I don't know about you, Fishy, but I'm feeling terribly restless. I want my motorcycle man.
Sunday evening, after dinner, Louise's furniture is arranged as neatly as possible. Given its eclectic nature, flamboyant abstract pattern curtains have been put up on the window. The tacky clown painting is hung near the couch. Things left from dinner, including an empty wine bottle, are on the dinette table. Louise is clearing the table. Joyce is hovering, helping her. Ed is seated on the couch, looking at a National Enquirer, drinking wine and eating store-bought cookies from the bag they came in. There's quiet New Age piano music on the stereo.
Well, your motorcycle man is now officially late. We have already eaten.
His name is Justin. He said he'd be here. I told you I went downstairs and knocked on his door and personally invited him. He's even better looking up close, Joyce. He didn't say much, though. He has a kind of primitive quality.
What kind of motorcycle does he have? Do his friends have motorcycles?
I don't know, Ed. Why don't you spy on him and send me a report?
Don't you think he's the wrong type for you at this point?
I go with my instincts, Joyce.
Well, he missed a delicious meal. Was there meat in the spaghetti sauce? I couldn't tell.
Yeah, I put canned tuna in. Haven't you ever done that?
No.
Ed seems satisfied.
Ed will eat anything. I mean, he doesn't complain much.
Aren't you lucky?
Louise, please don't make fun of me. All I want for you is to ask me how I'm feeling or something. You didn't even say, "How are you?" when we got here tonight. You know how long I've been trying to get pregnant. It seems to me like a really important thing, but you keep avoiding the subject.
Look, I can't imagine having a kid. I can't identify with being pregnant. I have no maternal urges. I almost feel sorry for you.
Well, sometimes I feel sorry for you.
Please don't. I am doing fine. I feel free. Free at last.
Louise goes to the kitchen.
Freedom's just another word for... Oh, never mind.
Psst, Joyce, there's something in this magazine you need to see. Right here.
Romantic low-calorie dinners for two.
No. This one.
I was a motorcycle mama against my will.
Do you realize that could happen to your sister?
Louise comes back from the kitchen. Joyce and Ed act guilty and try to hide the magazine.
What could happen? What are you two talking about? That's him. Hello, Justin.
Hey, sorry I'm late. My bike broke down miles away and I had to walk it back.
Oh, you're sweating, you poor thing. Justin, this is Joyce, my sister, and Ed, my brother-in-law.
Hello, Justin.
Hi, Guy.
Hey, so what you got to eat? I'm starving.
I saved you some spaghetti. Just a second.
So, Justin, what's your game? What line of work are you in?
Huh? Ah, I got a part-time job, if that's what you mean. I'm still in school, mostly.
Oh, you go to college.
Nope, I'm in high school.
High school. But
Louise rushes back in with a plate of spaghetti and a wine bottle.
Dinner for one hungry man coming up. Would you like some wine, Justin?
You got a beer, maybe?
No, sorry. I will next time, I promise.
I'll have some of that wine.
Louise goes to the stereo and changes the music to Sweet Dreams by the Eurythmics and turns up the volume. Then she begins to dance near Justin.
See how she's already acting differently around him? He's exercising some kind of dominating power over her.
what, Ed? I can't hear you. Louise, it's awfully loud. The music.
Oh, don't be so uptight, Joyce. I think Justin prefers this to that new age drool. Right, Justin?
Well, excuse me.
Oh, he is a primitive, the gang type.
Louise, I thought this was a dinner. You're turning it into a disco.
Disco sucks,
I agree with you, Justin.
but she's kind of funny.
What?
Nothing.
Justin, what do you want to hear?
How about Metallica?
I have the next best thing.
Louise puts on the Sex Pistols.
The baby can hear this stuff, you know. Ed, I'll wait for you in the car. This is ridiculous.
Honey, wait. If you could just be a little more considerate, Louise. She's very sensitive these days.
She's so pampered, you mean? You've become a slave, Ed.
It's not like that. It's just that I'm at the office so much. I want Joyce and I to have fun when we can. But you have made that impossible with the company you keep.
Ed picks up the magazine and furtively sticks it under his cardigan, eats another cookie, and gulps down his wine.
Hey, Louise, I gotta ask you a favor.
Just ask, big guy.
Can I borrow your car for a couple of hours? My bike's not working, right? And I've got this date.
A date?
Well, not really a date. I told somebody I'd meet them somewhere.
How about you call this somebody up, tell her you can't make it, and you and I stay here and relax.
Louise, I've got to go see about Joyce. I'm sorry. Thanks for dinner. Oh, and Louise, be careful, please.
Sure, Ed. Now, Justin, what do you say? Want to stick around? We can play whatever music you like. Maybe get to know each other a little.
But I promised this girl.
I tell you what, Justin, I will lend you my car this one time. But if you're not having any fun out there, you come right back here no matter how late it is. And we'll see what we can cook up. Okay?
Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Louise. See ya.
Louise changes the music back to the Eurythmics and begins to dance again. She pours herself more wine, drinks some, and stops at the fishbowl and sprinkles fish food into it. It's the same night, much later. Louise is sleeping, the dishes have been cleared, but now there are 2 empty wine bottles and 1 glass on the table. There's a loud banging on the door. Louise, slightly drunk, stumbles out of the bedroom, throwing on her robe, groaning. She turns on the hall light.
What? What's going on? I'm asleep. Wait a minute.
Hey, do you want your keys back?
Justin, you're later than I thought you'd be.
Sorry. You said no matter how late. Never mind. I'll just go.
Wait a minute. Come back here. That girl you saw tonight, did it work out?
She's just a tease. I think her friends dared her to meet me. I'm not exactly popular at school. I'm a rebel, you know?
School? What school?
The high school.
You're in high school? Justin, how old are you?
Almost 19. I stayed back a year, but it wasn't my fault. The tests were too hard.
Why are you living in an apartment by yourself? Where are your parents?
My parents moved to the Cape without me. They thought I'd already be out of school. They had these plans, so they rented me the apartment downstairs until graduation.
Isn't it lonely?
Nah, I got a TV, but everything's a mess. I keep forgetting to do my laundry and stuff. All I eat is pizza.
Oh, how sad.
And the bike's still broken down.
Can't you get it fixed?
I don't know a whole lot about motorcycles, but I take automotive at school. I can fix your car.
What's wrong with my car? Where is it?
It's right out front. Nothing's wrong with it, but it kind of felt like the carburetor wasn't adjusted right. Too much fuel, not enough air.
Oh,
How old are you?
I don't think I have to answer that.
Well, how come you're here by yourself? Shouldn't you have a husband and kids or something?
I got divorced, and as for kids,
How come you got divorced?
maybe I was a rebel too. I did whatever I wanted. The man I was married to didn't like it.
Well, what did you do?
I partied a lot, you might call it.
Well, that's not good if you're married.
It wasn't bad, if you know what I mean.
You mean you had fun?
Lots of fun.
But you seem like a nice lady.
I don't think of myself as a lady, Justin. I still feel like a girl inside. You know, when I first saw you, I was very attracted to you.
Oh, hey, don't get any ideas.
Why not?
You're not a girl. Like, at school, you're a...
Woman?
Yeah, it's creepy.
All right, don't panic. I won't attack you. I thought you'd respond. Most men I know would have taken the hint, and why don't you just trot back downstairs and save both of us the aggravation? It's late. I need to sleep.
I thought we were getting along okay.
You did?
Well, I don't have anybody to talk to in this building, especially at night. I can't sleep. And sometimes I feel like I'm in a prison downstairs.
You kept the car out too long.
Yeah, sorry.
Don't let it happen again.
I won't. Hey, I'll see you tomorrow, right?
It's possible we may encounter each other.
You sound like a teacher. It's possible we may encounter each other. Are you a teacher?
Not in a school. I train people how to use computers so they can keep their jobs.
You can help me with my math homework.
I'll do no such thing.
Aw, but I'm having all this trouble.
Time to go to bed, Justin.
Okay. See you, Louise.
It's the next day, a Saturday afternoon. Louise is at her dinette table, talking to Joyce on the phone.
It's okay, Joyce. I don't blame you at all. I kind of sprang it on you. Justin, I mean. He's an unusual person. What? Yes, I know how old he is. He looks older, though, don't you think? Cradle robbing? Joyce, nothing has happened. He came back with my keys and we talked. That's all. The keys to my car. He had to borrow it. Well, I feel like I know him. In fact, I feel like I've always known him, like he's family. Yes, you and Ed are my real family, but no, he doesn't have a criminal mentality. What made you think of such a thing? Justin is not an idiot. Well, there's a reason for that. He's been abandoned by his parents. He's on his own and still in high school. He doesn't have anyone to take care of him or talk to. I can't help it. I relate to that somehow. I mean, I've been abandoned by Danny, or rather he made me leave, and here I am on my own.
Hey, Louise.
Joyce, he's here. I gotta go. Who said you could simply burst in the door without knocking?
It wasn't locked. I figured you left it open for me. Hey, are you doing anything right now?
What do you have in mind?
Justin heaves in a full pillowcase into the room.
I thought you might want to help me do my laundry.
Oh, that sounds like fun. Why me?
Because you yelled at me from the window, then you asked me to come up for dinner, you let me have your car, and then you tried to put the moves on me. All that means something, doesn't it? Anyway, I only have one load.
That's at least 2 loads.
See, you know this stuff.
The horrible truth is, I actually have nothing better to do right now. Let me get a few things of my own and we'll go to the laundromat. Maybe we can stop for lunch somewhere.
I can't go with you. My friend from the garage where I work is coming over, and we're gonna fix my motorcycle.
You want me to do your laundry, but you're not going to at least keep me company? That's absurd. I don't owe you anything.
We can hang out later tonight, okay? I want to show you something I have to do for this dumb algebra class.
Justin, I hardly know you. Sure, I was deluded enough to lend you my car because I was thinking, I don't know what I was thinking. I was misled by my own. You might look good, but you act like a spoiled brat.
So you'll do it? The laundry?
I can't promise you anything.
Great, here's some quarters.
Justin dumps some quarters from his pocket onto the table, then runs out. 1 week later, on a Saturday evening, Justin and Louise are at Louise's table, finishing a meal. They each have a can of beer. There's a pile of clean laundry, mostly Justin's underwear, on the couch.
Well, Justin, this is the 3rd time we've had dinner together, and I think it's time we shared.
But we are sharing. I brought the steaks, you cooked them.
Well, yes, bringing me hunks of meat was a good move after I was kind enough to do your laundry. Twice. How can you afford it, though? Were you playing thief at the grocery store? Is that why you asked to borrow my trench coat this afternoon?
What's the matter? Don't you like steak?
Of course I like it. Don't change the subject. What I started to say was, I think we should get to know each other if we're going to be doing domestic things together, like eating stolen steaks.
They weren't. I didn't.
If you say so. Now, tell me about your family.
Oh, come on. This isn't a talk show.
Tell me one little thing. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
Nope.
You're an only child.
Yeah, I was born on an Indian reservation.
Really? Wow. You do look a little bit Native American.
But see, my dad sold gambling machines, and he was visiting this reservation, and he fell in love with this Indian woman.
And that was your mother.
Well, she's not my mother now. My mother now is my stepmom. She's a lot younger than my father.
What happened to your real mother on the reservation?
She died right after she had me.
Oh, how awful. What did she die of?
I don't know, she just died.
Justin, that's tragic. If it's true.
Well, I didn't even know her, the real one. The new one, she doesn't want me around. It was her idea for me to stay here and finish school.
Are you angry about that?
How should I know? Hey, let me ask you something.
Oh, goody.
How come you were in such a pissed off mood when you got home yesterday? I heard you slam the door and then it sounded like you threw a couple of things. What's up?
I just hate my job, that's all.
Why?
Because I have to take orders from a snot-nosed hussy who's 10 years younger than I am, and then turn around and be sweet and patient with the doofuses that come in for classes. That's why.
Do you throw things at work?
I did yesterday.
What did they say?
The little queen bee threatened to let me go.
Why do you even let them know how you feel? That's stupid.
I can't hide it, Justin.
Yes, you can. You should. You don't want to get fired.
Maybe I did.
No, you don't. Besides, you can't let them decide for you anyway. You gotta have some control. Besides, if you get fired, you won't be able to pay the rent. And then who's gonna do my cooking and laundry?
I figured there was a selfish angle. You were getting too sensible.
You think I'm a doofus too, like those people at your job.
No, I don't.
Just because I stayed back a year.
Oh, Justin, that doesn't matter to me. Hey, would you like a little shoulder rub? I studied massage once. I'm good at it.
Maybe. Okay, but don't get funny, know what I mean?
It's strictly neck and shoulders.
Better be.
Take your shirt off.
What?
Come on, you have to take your shirt off, otherwise I can't do it properly.
No.
All right, that'll do. Now move the chair sideways, like that. Relax. Close your eyes.
Don't get funny.
I won't. Does that feel good?
Fine.
I'll keep it gentle, like this.
Okay.
You have beautiful muscles.
Don't say things like that.
What can I say then? What will you allow me to say?
Don't say anything. Put some music on or something.
Why do you insist on ordering me around? I really don't like it.
I'm just trying it out. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't.
I could try this out. And this.
Ah!
Why don't you be quiet and let me enjoy myself?
Don't enjoy it too much.
Are you teasing me or are you really scared?
I don't think about what I'm thinking. That's weird.
Well, I almost forgot. You're still a kid in a man's body.
You can stop now. That's all the rubbing I need.
What?
That was great. Thanks.
What did I do to deserve another rejection?
Nothing. I liked it. I'm thanking you.
You're welcome, I think.
Hey, let me get my TV from downstairs and bring it up here. We can watch Saturday Night Live.
Great. We can skip the fun part of whatever this is and go straight to the boring part.
Don't go away. I'll be right back. Clear off the table. We'll put the TV there.
Don't order me around, Justin.
Louise stands there angry. Then she clears off the table, pours the rest of Justin's beer into the fishbowl. Justin rushes back with a small portable TV and puts it on the table, facing the couch, plugs it in, turns it on, and then looks around for his can of beer.
Hey, Louise. What happened to my beer? Bring me another one.
He goes to the couch, shoves the laundry onto the floor, and sits down. Louise comes in and glares at him.
What did I tell you just before you ran off?
Please, would you bring me another beer?
That's better.
Hey, Louise.
What?
I made that up. About being born on a reservation. My mom now is my real mom. I wish she weren't.
Did your dad really sell gambling machines?
No, he just gambled.
The same night later, Justin is asleep on the couch. The TV is still on. Louise comes in from the kitchen and stands there looking at Justin for a moment. Then she turns off the TV and moves towards him.
Justin, wake up. It's time to go downstairs. Justin!
Oh, no, I'm driving. Gotta get there.
Oh, Justin, you're dreaming. How charming.
There's a fire. I have to put it out. I'm driving the hose truck.
I know what that means, sweetie. Maybe you do like me after all.
Louise snuggles closer to Justin.
Burning house. It's falling on me.
No, baby. It's just a sparks from a campfire. We're toasting some marshmallows, you and me, safe and warm.
She strokes his hair.
I have to turn the fire engine around. I have to find a parking space.
I know what you mean, honey. I really do.
Louise kisses Justin's cheek. She's now leaning over him.
Where are the other firemen? What happened to the fire chief?
You feel so alone, don't you? But I'm here, Justin. I'm here.
I can't wind up my hose. They're gonna punish me.
No one's going to punish you. You're doing fine. Forget about the hose.
They'll take my badge away, my fire hat.
Justin, are you really asleep? I mean, this is really great. You're holding my hand, but I don't think you're thinking of me at all. You're so oblivious. You make me feel like a monster. Justin, wake up! I mean it!
No, what? What the? Where am I?
You're on my couch, and it's time for you to go home, downstairs.
Oh, sorry. Hey, what were you doing? Why were you sitting so close to me?
I was trying to wake you up.
What else were you trying?
Nothing, I swear. You were talking in your sleep.
Oh, that's cool. What did I say?
You were dreaming about a fire engine and a fire.
Well, that's what I want to do when I grow up.
I don't do career counseling, Justin, but I'm sure you have what it takes to become a fireman if that's what you want.
I can't believe I fell asleep. I'm not used to beer.
You acted like you were.
I was practicing, experimenting, for later.
Isn't there anything you'd like to practice on me?
What do you mean?
Well, you were holding my hand.
I was not.
You certainly were.
What am I supposed to do now? Marry you?
Don't be sarcastic. I thought it was nice, but if you don't remember, then we'll forget about it.
How can I forget about something that didn't even happen?
One time, when I was almost your age, I snuck out of my parents' house, walked about a mile, and climbed in my boyfriend's bedroom window.
Yeah, so?
It was late, he was asleep. I woke him up and scared the hell out of him. I was thinking maybe we'd do something we hadn't done yet, there in his room. I wanted to, but he was scared that his mother might come in and find me there. The next day he said